How bad do things have to get within an organization like the FBI to have Chuck freaking Todd, of all people, calling for a new church committee?
Look, trust in the FBI is eroding left and right. Feels like we're in the moment that we need a real church committee, that this is a moment like when the J. Edgar Hoover FBI clearly was no longer helping the American people. There was a moment. This feels like we might be in one of those moments.
Oh, we're well beyond one of those moments. Should be noted, Chuck Todd stepped down from Meet the Press just a couple weeks after that little tidbit. I'm sure none of those things were related. But anyway, let's just digest something. And you probably already know this because we discussed this on the show before, but how bad are things? Well, the FBI got a phone call one day. Who was that phone call from? Guy runs a computer repair shop. Okay, what's he say? Hey, I've got Hunter Biden's laptop here. Remember these computer repair shops? They all have this disclaimer. If you take a laptop down, you take a computer down for them to fix it, and you wait so long, there's different dates on it to come pick it up, they are allowed to take possession of it. It now belongs to them. Hunter Biden records every crime he's ever committed, apparently, puts them all on a laptop and takes them down to a computer repair guy. He, of course, forgets about the laptop with all the evidence of his crimes. And then the computer repair guy starts going through this stuff, and he's looking at felony after felony after felony after felony. And finally, the guy picks up the phone, makes a phone call. Hey, FBI, the president's son, I've got his laptop. There's a lot of bad stuff on here. Makes him look bad, makes Joe Biden look bad. The FBI scrambles. They go down and pick this up. Remember, this is in 2019. This took place. 2019, the year before the election. The FBI takes possession of the laptop with the crimes. They take possession of the laptop with the crimes, and they do nothing. Just kind of bury it. All these felonies right there, handed to you on a silver platter. There you go, video, pictures. They bury it. But it actually gets so much worse. This criminal organization known as the FBI, because of their surveillance of various Donald Trump people, in this case, Rudy Giuliani, they found out that there was going to be a story on this laptop, that the word had gotten out about the laptop and the things that were on the laptop. This is where it gets frightening. The FBI didn't then rush forward with the laptop and say, well, we have it. We're gonna charge some people with things. No, not at all. The FBI then went to the various social media companies and they told them a lie, and they told them to censor it. They went to these companies and told them, hey, those dang Russians, they're interfering with this election, and we just got word, there's going to be a story dropping pretty soon, maybe on Hunter Biden. That's going to be Russian disinformation. You might want to censor that. The story drops, you can't even share it on Twitter. Facebook throttles the thing down so people can't see it. This is in the lead up to the election. The FBI ran a protection racket on behalf of Democrats and the Joe Biden family. If there was nothing else, if I stopped right here and said, all right, we're done with that, that alone should be enough to shut the organization down. If not permanently, then at least, hey, we are having a temporary halt to everything until we can have a massive investigation with public trials. That alone is enough. But that's not all there is. You hear the latest whistleblower?
There were certain investigative steps that we weren't allowed to take that could have led us to President Biden.
And you wanted to take them?
We needed to take them.
And you weren't allowed to take them?
That's correct.
I told the DOJ that Hunter was closely associated with a very senior retired FBI official. The information I provided the FBI in March of 2019 was fully corroborated 9 months later when the famous laptop belonging to Hunter Biden, which contained all the emails and receipts, was handed to the FBI. The FBI knew from me about the Biden CFC deals before they got hold of the laptop, way before. They had enough time to investigate the issue, but they didn't.
This organization has to be shut down. Should be noted, there is no debate about whether there was election interference in 2020. Whatever you believe about drop boxes and voting machines doesn't really matter at all. The FBI interfered with the 2020 election so Joe Biden could win. We're not even talking about some political group, some outside agency. The Federal Bureau of Investigation got involved in the election so Donald Trump would lose and Joe Biden would win. Again, I need to reemphasize, if there was nothing else, that alone should result in the shutdown of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. But there's so much more. You see, this organization now only exists to protect Democrats and to smash the opponents of Democrats, like pro-life activist Mark Houck.
I had 5 federal agents on my doorstep at 6:30 in the morning with long guns pointed at me and my 7 children. They banged on the door and they said, open up. They did not even declare who they were that day. They didn't even ask me, could you please open the door with the FBI? They just said, open up. I went to the door, I was up. I said, who is it? They said, it's the FBI, open up. So I opened up the door peacefully. I said, please stay calm. I have 7 babies in here. They pointed M16 guns at me and my wife. My wife comes down and says, do you have a warrant for his arrest? They said, we're taking him with or without a warrant.
That's not an organization that can continue to exist. Which brings me to maybe the most frightening part. A lot of people ask me, hey, Jesse, when did you know we were in serious trouble? And there are so many moments that I'm sure you could point to in your own life, moments where it dawned on you, oh my gosh, we are in trouble. The moment where it really hit me like a ton of bricks was this moment right here.
Senator, I had a flight that I'm supposed to be hightailing it to out of here, and I had understood that we were going to be done at 1:30, so that's how we ended up where we are.
If it's your business trip, you got your own plane. Can it wait a while?
Sorry, to be honest. I've tried to make my break as fast as I could to get right back out here.
And
so we could
you took
resume.
more than 5 minutes.
Chuck Grassley is a United States Senator. It's a really big deal. He also sits on the Judiciary Committee. That's a very big deal. That makes Chuck Grassley, politically, one of the most powerful human beings in the United States of America. And the director of the FBI sat in front of him and laughed in his stupid face and told him, I don't have any more questions I can answer. I got a plane to catch. And by the way, he was going on vacation on a private plane that could leave whenever he wanted it to leave. That was the moment I sat back and said to myself, we are in very deep trouble, because not only does this organization, not only is it hostile to the United States of America, a clear and present danger to the United States of America, they aren't concerned even that much with any GOP opposition. They'll laugh in the face of senators and basically give them the middle finger on the way out the door to go on vacation. This level of government rot and corruption historically is extremely difficult, sometimes, oftentimes, impossible to come back from. That's the challenge we face. You want to watch our special on George Washington? It's freaking awesome. Well, you can. All you have to do is become a First TV supporter. That gives you access to all of our specials on demand, and it's cake. All you have to go to is thefirsttv.com/support. Thefirsttv.com/support. Become a supporter. Enjoy learning about George Washington.